Drops er en kort animationsfilm til børn og voksne, der handler om en vanddråbe, der hedder Philly, som bliver født ud af en sky, oplever, hvordan det lige pludselig er at være en vanddråbe, og til sidst bliver nødt til at træffe et svært valg. Og det må I vente med at se, hvad det er for et valg, til filmen har premiere her i 2017. Men det er en film, som ligesom tør beskæftige sig med, hvad sker der, når man bliver født, og når man dør. Hvad er det for en livscyklus, vi alle sammen indgår i? Ideen til filmen er blevet skabt af Carsten Hub og Sarah Junge, som begge er instruktører på filmen. De arbejder op på Arsenalet her i Viborg, og de har skabt en ganske unik stil til filmen. De kombinerer klassisk animationskunst og teknik med akvarelmaling, og det skaber et enormt udfordrende produktionsflow, men også en helt utrolig flot og organisk stil til filmen, som vi slet ikke er vant til at se i dag, hvor langt de fleste film bliver skabt af 3D-animation på computer. Så vi glæder os meget til at vise jer filmen i 2017, og indtil da er der her et unikt indblik i produktionen af Drops.
Now we moved into production, and the first step in production was to make an animatic.
The process is a bit reverse of what you do in live action. You cut the whole film before you shoot it. Where in live action you shoot the film first and then you cut it. And to do that, I have to make the whole film as these little sketches, where the characters don't really look like themselves totally, and so from one pose to another pose there can be a big jump, just so that I know, okay, I need this person to be here in this picture, and then at some point, 2 seconds later, I need the person to be over here and doing a handshake or something like that.
1, 2, 3.
We did a crowdfund at some point, and there were certain people that helped us a lot, and they were promised to become characters in the film. So at the animatic stage, I'm also building them in and placing them and making sure that they work with the story and don't just become random.
During the animatic phase, we had Lakstein Fernandez on board, who created all of the layouts of the film, which I took, and then I printed them, flipped them over, and turned them into backgrounds, and added color with watercolor paints.
So this whole painting process actually has been a quite funny one, because it started all the way back when I just developed this little children's book with the story of Drops. And I really wanted to do watercolor because I had been painting in oils for 3 years and I was kind of tired out of it, and I heard that watercolor was one of the most challenging mediums to work with. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna try that one out. But the whole style of the backgrounds is just supposed to be as minimalistic as possible somehow, so that the characters itself shined through instead of the background being mega impressive. It's something I think that I've personally noticed in a lot of animations, is that backgrounds always look so epic and so rendered and so beautifully painted or drawn with paint, and then the characters themselves, because they're animated, have to be very simply painted and very flat layer, and maybe one layer for themselves and one layer for the shadow, but they always look, in contrast, so simple in comparison to this very elaborate background. So I wanted to try to do backgrounds that are kind of toned down and not actually too colorful either, so that the characters themselves can have the most form and volume somehow with the watercolor and the paint and the wateriness of them.
There was Sophia, who was helping me do all the painting, so that's what the whole frame painting part has helped to keep everything with the same look, and even though different people did the animation, to just wrap it all together again. And we also had Amanda and Maria that were students at the animation workshop. They came during the animatic phase to create key poses in which later we assigned them those shots so that they could animate those shots. And for the animation period, there was Karsten as the lead animator and Pedro as an animator for a period, Amanda and Maria again. There was Sif and Regis and Lackstein as well, who was here throughout the whole production. We're really excited about what it's going to look like because we're still kind of taking our chances with all of this patching up work that we need to do, that it's like still not 100%, but we're also quite certain that it's going to work out and look really good at the end.
Let's see. Let's